Welcome to your love reading. All right, let's take a look and see what Spirit wants to convey to us at this time. Okay, so this is going to be a quick check-in. Okay. So we have the Page of Pentacles, the Fool card, the Justice, the Knight of Wands, the World, the Two of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Chariot. This could be some sort of movement, traveling energy. All right, overall energy for this reading, or overall message, I should say, is the Temperance, patience, peace, calmness, balance. Okay, beautiful visualizations at this time in love. And I love this. Is this Sagittarius energy, like season? Yes, it is. Okay. So there's a lot of balance, and there could be something happening here on the 14th that could be very, significant for the collective here. So there is a lot of great things coming in. And let's get started. So we have the Page of Pentacles here. Okay. Starting out with the page here. I don't know how to do this, but I certainly want to give it a shot. Okay, so it could be your person, admitting, realizing to themselves, of course, that there is a lot of emotional immaturity at this time, but at the same time, curiosity also, is in the driver's seat as well with that Page of Pentacles. So this person could be either contacting you, or this person could be on the verge of wanting to create some sort of movement at this time. And whenever you see the Page of Pentacles, that's definitely revealing some sort of willingness to learn, also willingness to come forward. It may not be like the most mature at first or the most clear at first, but this is someone here that has this drive to come forward, to say something, to contact you also. And often what they'll do is they'll freeze, right? They'll do the hot and cold energy, not sure exactly what I want, not sure exactly what this may mean for me in the future here, okay? And the most interesting part about it is this person is being faced with a mature person, which is you. So it's like, okay, well, this is really, really, really different, right? This is someone here that's sort of like, okay, show up. Right? Or you're sort of like giving them this blank stare of, all right, so what are you contacting me for? Right? Even if you're not saying it, that's the energy. It's like this person's so used to the games, the fun, the I don't have to be accountable energy, and now they're connecting with you, and you're just like, hi. Right? It's like walking into a doctor's office or walking into any sort of establishment, and they sort of say, hi, how can I help you? And they stare at you, and it's like, oh, wow, I can't play in here. They're like, no, how could we help you? Right? That's the vibe that I'm getting with this person here. So they are observing closely. They're not walking in, very quickly or with any sort of plan, but that is their goal. All right. So they're very, very, clear on what the vibe is, right? And I will say they are also in a place where they're somewhat like, it's like they're thinking deeply, but at the same time you'll realize that they're communicating very awkwardly. It's like their words are very scattered, their energy scattered, and you're just like, sounds like this person wants to say something, but I can't figure them out. Like, that's not my description. It's not my job description. Can't figure this person out today. I have too much on the schedule to do so, right? So then we have the Fool energy coming in here. So they want a reset, right? Forget about everything that I've done. Forget about everything that I've shown you, like my immature side, my unstable side. And of course, we all know you shouldn't forget about that, right? But they want you to forget. They want a new beginning, right? They want a new beginning. At the same time, they could be very nervous, right? There's like terrified energy here. Someone here, for some of you, you're just like, I'm just so done. C'est la vie, tarot. I am done. Like, I am drained here. You could be, drained with just like this connection, or even just drained with the thought of it, or just drained with relationships at this time where you're just trying to figure out why. Okay. But your person here wants to hit the reset button. They want to start over. You know, it's like their soul wants them to transform. They're also done with playing games. They're also done with constantly coming forward and making a mockery out of themselves, right? Like, I'm tired of it as well. So don't feel like you're the only one that's drained. I do feel like this person is also drained. And one of the most, or I should say, one of the biggest ways to get drained, or to know if your person is drained, is when you're not feeding into it. Like, when you're not feeding into the back and forth and the games, like, you know, this is someone here that becomes drained with the lack of, you know, reciprocation that you're not giving. Like, wow, you know, I tried to play with them yesterday, but it just didn't land. I don't know. I'm tired. Why? The reason why they're so drained is because this is something that they want. And because they're confused about how to ultimately get, you know, into your life, into your presence, because normally they'll have access to other people's lives with their charm and some of the things or other tactics that they would use. But this is just different territory. So they're just like, I'm sort of tired here, right? They're like texting vague things, asking questions that don't make sense, and you're like not even responding to that. For some of you, you decided to completely mute their messages because it just doesn't make sense to you. And it's not that you don't like this person, you do, but you want to make sure that this person's showing up with an energy that makes sense. That's what it's all about here. Now we have the Justice here. This is someone here starting to understand Libra energy. We have Aries, we have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer. Okay, someone here is starting to notice, like, all right, I'm messing this up. I'm messing up. Seriously, I know I'm messing up, right? Maybe you pulled back. Maybe again with the I'm so done. This person is assuming that you're done, right? For some of you, it's not that you're done. You're just in a calm place in your life. You're focusing on other things. The holidays are coming up, right? You're not stressing. You're getting your shopping out of the way early. You're sleeping more. You're hydrating. You're just like, I wasn't even really focusing on that, but okay. So this person is now in the space where it's like, okay, well, I feel like this person doesn't really want me anymore. How do I make this right? It's like they're having a whole episode on their own. They feel like you're not interested. They feel like you broke up with them, and it's like we weren't even together. And it's like they're feeling like you moved on, and you're like, I didn't move on to anything. I'm literally sitting at home doing nothing, right? So it's like in their mind, they're competing with themselves. Like, oh no, this person moved on. Like, I don't want to lose power. I don't want to lose control. How do I fix this? Like, how do I? Is the biggest thing that's happening with your person. And it could be their own karmic circles that, they're having to deal with, right? Their control energy, their fear of love, all of that stuff. They're haunted by their old decisions. Sometimes you'll be surprised. And here we have a very, very bold move where this person finally takes some sort of action that, again, makes sense, right? So for some of you, you may get like a out of nowhere clear message that actually makes sense. Knight of Wands here. Hey, look, I just want to let you know I care about you. I know I act like I don't, but I do. Okay? I know I've been acting like I didn't, but I do here. So there is some sort of bold confession. There is some sort of, hey, this is what's been on my mind. I just want to clarify. This could also be someone that, tries to make a move on you also, right? Or some sort of impulsive confession, impulsive, eye contact that comes in. There's something here that comes in where it's like, hey, look, I want to tell you how I feel. Okay, I want to let you know how I feel. And I feel like what's happening right now is they are coming out of that fear. I won't say they're mature yet, but I will say it's like they're learning how to release control slightly, right? The world is, coming in and basically letting us know like these feelings are bigger than us. It's bigger than ego. It's bigger than fear. Hence why I'm still connected to you. This person wants to admit that there's a lot of things about you that has changed me. You may not notice it, right? You changed the way that I look at intimacy. You've changed the way that I look at dating. You've changed the way that I actually looked at my long-term needs. Like there's small things. You changed the way that I thought that I didn't need to be a loving person, an honest person, or the fact that the small things count. Like, it's like You made them realize something. One of the things, and you'll know who this person is they used to text you like out of nowhere. You wouldn't hear from them for days, and they would just shoot you a meme or a song or something like a picture of themselves, and you wouldn't answer. And that actually clicked in their mind, believe it or not, like, you know what? That is actually sort of like inconsiderate and slightly, rude, or isn't the best way to keep communication, sending playlists and sending images and sending emojis and things like that. Like, I actually didn't notice that, but that actually makes sense. So I feel like this person's sort of noticing certain things as they sit with themselves, as they try to mature or even try to get closer to you. The attempts of trying to get closer to you are being rejected because they're immature, right? Oh, you know what? I actually used to call a lot of people at midnight to come and hang out with them, or at 10 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock at night to, contact them or hang out with them, but you don't answer. That actually makes sense. It's rude, right? You haven't heard from me in weeks and months, and I'm contacting you at midnight to see you, and you're just like, yeah, no, my phone is on do not disturb, right? So small things like that, this person's starting to notice. And it could even be just how you were raised is different from the people that they're used to. All right. Everybody has like different morals and things like that. So they're just like, this is a little confusing. Now, the Two of Swords brings in this, can I actually adapt to the type of person that you are, right? Can I meet you at your level? That's what's happening right now. Okay, that's what's happening. Another thing also, I feel like the collective is saying to themselves, like, nothing will miss me that spirit and the divine knows that I need. If someone's not in my life right now, it's because I don't need it, right? If a lover isn't in my life right now, it's because spirit feels like I don't need it. Whatever I need, spirit will put it in my path. So if this person's not around right now, I don't need it, right? What I need is oxygen, and I have that, right? I have that. So this person not being around is really not the biggest thing, because maybe they're not prepared. Maybe they're not mature enough. Maybe they don't know how to hold this space. Okay? So we're going to continue. I just want to put that out there because I feel like that was a message that was sort of in my energy here. And even moving into this wheel of fortune here, this is someone here that's saying like, I feel like we were meant to be. For whatever reason, whatever I'm supposed to learn here, there was a reason why I met you. So someone is coming to that conclusion, like, and they're also saying to themselves, I know destiny will handle it. What will be, right? Stressing is not going to make it better. Stressing is not going to make it worse. Well, stressing could make it worse, right? But stressing is not going to make this happen faster, right? So I feel like this could be you, though. I feel like you're in this energy where you're saying, you know what? If it's meant to be, c'est la vie, it definitely will, okay? Divine timing is real, by the way, okay? But since divine timing is real, action's also required. So pay attention to your actions as well. Blowing bubbles. Ooh, look at this. Manifesting. That could be, something that you're also doing. Manifesting, praying here, just staying afloat. Being a kid again, having a good time here. There's shy energy. This person, if they were shy, they're coming out of this energy of like being passive, like second guessing themselves. That could have been one of the things that is big here also. Spirit's also saying like, put yourself out there. I am getting a vibe like for some of you, it's like, I'm so shy or I'm so isolated that I don't really, connect. I'm not connecting with other people. I'm not putting, I'm staying home and I'm not doing anything to connect with other humans. And that's why I'm still stuck in this one place of hoping this one person will do something. So that's something also to look at. Maybe traveling would be good. Maybe going for a walk, going to your local coffee shop, right? Going to, some events that are coming up for the holiday, just integrating yourself is going to be very important. Signing up for a membership at the gym or, volunteering, small things, right? Whatever it is that you feel like that's going to allow you to interact with people that are in a place of that has the interest that you have is going to be very good for you. Okay. Now we go into the beautiful Chariot, which again, I was talking about. It's like, movement, charge here, right? Just heard something. I feel like this person is saying, like, I don't want to crash again. Wait. This person is like afraid of crashing or afraid of failing or afraid that things won't work out for them when it comes to this connection. But it's like they're overriding that fear or they're choosing. Someone here has to choose to override some sort of internal conflict. Like, I'm going to override it. Like, whether it's traveling to you or, whether it's, coming towards you with clarity, or let's see. I just feel like someone's going to like get out of this stagnant energy. I'm not going to be afraid anymore. I'm going to do it. Rocking it. I'm going to be confident. There we go. Being yourself, confident, loud and proud, right? Hitting the right note here, showing off, connecting. This person, it's like they're coming out of this stagnant energy of fear. I'm overriding fear. Also, for those that are interested in personal readings, we do have limited spots open for today here. Okay, so if you are interested in getting your person's blueprint, that's important. We've been doing that for the last month here. Very, very, very beneficial. Okay, especially if you want to know your person, how they love, how they express their love, what spirit is wanting you to know about this person specifically in order to be able to stay. I was connecting with someone, and I'll just say this, and one of the things I had to learn through meditation, right, through spirit, was this person wasn't, interested or attracted to this like bold and loud and fiery and impulsive and energy, right? And some people may love that, but this person was actually looking for someone that was predictable, mysterious, but at the same time, they were looking for someone that made them feel at peace. Meaning, although you're mysterious, I don't feel like you're going to up and create a mood swing and leave the relationship. And that was that person's secret activation. I just want to feel that you whisper small things into my ear that brings in safety for me, that brings in peace for me, that brings in this sense of, I know you're here with me. I know we're building here, right? I know that, you're able to understand me, or you're able to allow me to figure things out. So everybody's different. And what I saw in my manifestation was completely different than what I thought this person actually wanted. Right. And that made sense. I'm like, oh, okay, that's why that person kept on pulling back when I reacted this way. Okay, now I know to react this way, and it works. Right. So understanding your person through spirit, and this is what we have here, understanding your spirit, understanding your person, understanding what they need and what they desire, how they communicate is important, right? Because some of us were connecting with people and it's like, yeah, I just told them exactly how I felt. And it's like, no, there's nothing wrong with communicating, but there's different forms of communication. And we all need to understand how to connect with our person, okay? So this person's wanting to come forward, right? We do have the Temperance. That is, again, indicating patience. That is indicating balance at this time. So that is something that we're really going to focus on moving in the next, the closing of the year. Remember, next year is the year one. Right? So that's new beginnings, fresh starts, things of that nature. So we're preparing for that. We're releasing things. I believe we have a full moon coming up, right? We're releasing a lot of old ways, old thought processes, and not allowing any negativity to enter our matrix, right? We're not allowing that. We're not here. All right. So your affirmation for today in the comment section is going to be, Spirit is protecting this connection through divine delay. Through divine delay, Spirit is protecting this connection. Healing, obviously, must occur before harmony. Healing must occur before harmony. Okay? I love you. Have a beautiful one. Because I have to. I do it because I deserve to move through life with clarity and also power. So this is where I pour my emotions. I reset my energy. And I decide who I'm becoming with each page. And there's 77 pages with self-care, financial goals, soul desires. It's all inside. I made this journal for those who want to manifest from their heart. So yours is waiting below. Enjoy it. Enjoy every minute of this journal.